I can leave already? We could do the whole team, lol. Alright, I'm pretty much just gonna jump into a room with all the fucking, Hello,
What?
peoples.
Hey,
Hello.
How's it going? How does
Eh,
it,
Pretty well.
how does everybody feel about their experience tonight? I mean,
Kick off.
just not talking about the stuff that happened earlier, not the scuff stuff, just the stuff that you had to do.
what's
guys,
the
open
worst
the
experience?
I got stuck on support.
I mean, well, I mean, it could be worse.
We discovered our boss comp.
Yeah.
2696, by the way.
2696, yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, they were so nice.
you know, London was telling me last night that, you know, they could put 3 diamonds in because, you know, of their roster. So, I mean, it's not the only team I've heard of pushing it as far as possible.
Yeah, we could do it as well, but we Vanguard, but we've already traded him off. But
Yeah.
we could have had 3 diamonds. Like, we're not.
That's all right. All right. So my first question is for Kill Feeder. How did you feel after getting that Junkrat play of the game on Hanamura? There were actually a couple of times where I called that you could have gotten play of the game, and I wasn't sure if you were going to get it as Bastion or if you were going to get it as Junkrat. So first off, how do you feel about the Junkrat one, and do you think you should have gotten it for Bastion instead?
Bro, the Junkrat one, I was on 4 health at the end, so
I
was...
pointed that out too at the end when we watched that. Is that you had
man.
4 health, and then you got a nade from, I think it was Miggy who was on BAP at the time, and you got 60 health back.
And it was like that whole map was just scary. I don't know. I was just like holding on for dear life because we had not practiced like what we ran there at all.
That's all right.
Mm.
Sometimes you practice for what you think you're gonna end up running up against, then you end up against the teleport strat, and you end up having to use that yourself. So.
However, though, we are still with our roots of our Bastion from last season.
Yeah, we had to break that out of the closet.
However, we didn't have Kill Feeder though for last season. So, as like he said, he was super nervous because he was like, because everyone knew it except for him.
Yeah.
But like, well, we really just tell him just stick with us, and if we tell you to rotate, just follow us.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Bastion is a point-and-click adventure.
Yeah. I have to admit, at one point when you had the Bastion set up for defense, I don't know who was playing Mei at the time, but they walled you straight into the air, and rather than making you a better target, they made themselves a better target by pushing you into the air.
I saw that.
That was really bad.
So I was a little confused there as to how they thought that was gonna work, but you know, it ended up happening the way it happened.
Confused because I was like, well, where did their Bastion go?
Well,
I was
they
like,
honestly could have killed me there because their Ryan would have landed charge, but I think Deadstock, I think he was on Ryan, and he just like took the pin from me. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I believe
yeah,
it was.
yeah,
I believe
no.
it was actually FTB who was right in front of you, and for some reason he ended up getting pinned against the air. Like he didn't hit the bell because it didn't knock you out of the way, unless he
No,
got
he
pinned
hit-
against
he-
you.
He hit something.
I think he hit
Yeah,
the
yeah, me too. Because I remember panicking, like, why is he so low health? I'm like, oh.
All right. Let's see. Deadstock, how do you think your team played overall?
Well, you know, early on, I think we were down a little bit, you know what I mean, with the happenings that were going on, man. But the guys just, you know, we have been talking about in practice all week that, you know, we don't face a lot of adversity. So this was one of those nights that we did face it and we overcame. So I'm real proud of everyone for kicking that ass because it was awesome.
One of our supports wasn't feeling too good either.
Yeah, and we had poor Debit. He's sick, so he
Bro,
gets well.
Oh, is that why Debit left? Is he
Yeah,
sick?
yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, he sounded terrible, man. I thought he
Yeah,
was
he
going to die.
threw mid-game.
I'm gonna say something. I was gonna say something about people getting sick, but I'm gonna leave that to myself. With all this shit that's going around recently, I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Oh, God.
All right. Let's see here. Out of everybody in the room, just you guys might be able to see the screen. I can't see who's in the room right now. So if you had to pick somebody in the series who is the MVP, and you can't pick yourself, pick somebody else on your team who would be the MVP of this series, who would it be and why? And just go down the list from top to bottom. Who's in the room?
I guess Chap first.
Chap, you're first.
I'd probably say Rolp, just for the way he popped off on Gibraltar with the second match of it. I think he was quite on point with everything.
All right, next is the Soul Chicken Jar Chicken himself.
Yep. So I was watching the tanks as I typically do. And watching the tanks, they were getting. I'm going to probably give it to FTB for this. Although Deadstock getting some great pulls, FTB was able to follow them up pretty well, pretty good.
All right. Deadstock would be next, but I have a question for you, Soul. Before we do that, how did you feel playing ball? We don't get very many ball players in the league. There's only a couple of them that I'm aware of. And how do you feel that you stack in? If everybody you can think of in the league who plays ball at some level, do you feel you're mediocre? Do you feel you're one of the better balls in the league? Like, how do you feel about your ball play?
So my ball play isn't the best compared to my Reinhardt, but for not playing, what do I have on him? Like 10 hours or something.
I don't know. You know, Ben. You know that more better than I do.
I got 15 hours on ball. Probably 10 of those are me just spinning around in the circles. But
it's a legit stall strike.
It works. I know it works. But I don't think I was doing at least half bad. For I think if I had to place myself anywhere, I would probably say just right below the ball mains.
All right.
Enough that I could kind of challenge them, but they would still destroy me.
All right, that's perfect. Deadstock left, so we'll move to Fast Trigger Bob here.
Sure. I mean, Dead had some pretty good pulls there, with especially in the overtime. Pretty much won us that map on Hanamura. But I gotta say, for Yellow to step up and play support on something that he hasn't practiced all week, like that's pretty huge for the team. Won us a few maps. Got us out of some bad situations.
Well, that's perfect. It's always good that people are stepping up into roles that they may or may not always play. So, grats to him on that. And we'll move on to Killfeeder. You're the next one below me, and I can't pick somebody because that would be. I mean, I know who I would pick, but
would that be? Can we hear it?
I have. Everybody is like people. Why would you pick somebody who doesn't play? But even having people on the bench, so anybody who actually didn't play tonight, I'd have to give them props for showing up and being there for their team and being ready to play. Because a lot of people in the league, if they don't get to play, they immediately just drop out. And I'm like, man, I'm not going to get to play. But the thing is, if you leave right off the bat and something happens later on in the night, like happened earlier tonight with, drama and going on, you never know if you're going to get to play if you don't stick around. So I have to give props to people sticking around and sticking through it, and just even if you're just here to watch, you're also there as you be part of the cheer section. People don't realize that you can still put in your input between the maps. Obviously, you can't talk to your teams during the game, but what you see during the game on your side and what you can comment on is something you can still do. So, I'll move on to Killfeeder, and my props would be MVPs to everybody on teams who didn't get to play tonight.
I would say for me it'd probably be Miggy. He had some nasty nades in there, just doing Miggyana things. So those, and he played BAP and just all the characters he played super well. But I remember there was a couple nades that just like insta won us a fight. So.
I think it was one of Hanamura where we were about to actually put a nade in it. I think it hit.
Oh yeah, that was nasty.
From what I heard from the announcer, it was like 4 because it went quadruple kill. I was like, what?
Yes, that was really cool.
Miggy with a quadruple kill on the nade, but no play of the game, just gets robbed.
Well, I mean, no, because like it just tagged them, like
I know. All right, Roll, you're next, buddy.
I'd probably have to give it to Yellow, switching off on his roles and playing something that he hasn't played a lot of.
All right, and then Yellow, Yellow, you're muted, if just in case you don't know, because I can see it.
Hello.
Who would you pick for MVP of the night and why?
Probably FTB. It just consistently good tank play.
All right. You guys have any questions for me about something that I might have missed or anything else before I end the interview? I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head.
No, man, just appreciate you hosting for us tonight. That was cool. Appreciate it. Sorry about
Yeah,
all,
thank you very
all the
much.
delays
so it's
there.
right-
Thanks for
it's
staying
all
up
like
with
the
us.
scuffness, but like
I do like these decks. They're really fun.
All right. I hope you guys enjoy it. I tried my best on the stream. My camera work is not as good as I would like it to be, but my shoutcasting is definitely getting better.
Ask Debit Card who he thinks MVP should be. He got to see them all.
Oh, where is Debit? Is Debit
He's
here?
right here. Trumpet Frog down here at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize the name. Yeah, Debit.
Debit,
Debit, who do
you
you
alive?
think was MVP? Is he alive? Hello?
I think he died.
I think he's dead.
Debit!
He's probably throwing up again.
Oh
Yeah, I know.
God.
It's fine. It's fine. Thanks for letting me. It's all
Alright.
Evan
right.
says kill feeder. He just DM'd it to me.
All right, all right,
Okay,
guys.
Yeah, Kill Feeder was popping all night as usual. We just
Alright.
get used to it.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your night. Congrats on the win. Be respectful to all the people who played tonight. I hope to keep doing these games. A lot of people seem to like the interview thing, and a lot of people seem to be wanting me to
Yeah,
cast
it's
their
really cool
games
stuff.
now.
It's pretty
So.
cool, honestly.
I might not get a chance to do any of your games again, but hopefully, if this goes all the way to playoffs and I'm the one who has to do those, I'll just get to do everybody. So I say play your hearts out, and if you guys want to get on in on an interview for everybody who watches this when I upload it to YouTube later, make sure your team gets to playoffs because I might just do them all anyway.
Nice.
All right, Jeff, we
Have a good night,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Have a great night, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peace.
we wants to say something to us, and we got to do MVP, and I think we got a very special MVP tonight, actually. And I hope you guys agree that our MVP is fucking Weeb. He did all that investigating mid-match and got that dude in. So Weeb is going to get the tokens for HD tonight.
Yeah.
That dude was a fucking player of the game, no doubt.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for everybody coming out tonight. There were so many people here, more than I expected. I got to end this stream for evidence for council. They can get stuff for later. I hope to see you all at the next game. I very much enjoy doing these. I'm glad that you guys enjoy the music that I play, and I'll try and find some more for the next time. And I'll hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will say peace to you all. Salute you guys on the way out, and have a great night. Peace.